Hello and welcome back to Together We Pause with me, Faye.
And me, Helen. It's time to dive in, and we've got quite an interesting opening conversation, haven't we?
Don't know if we
Which I have been WhatsApping you about because I am I'm just so intrigued about this, Faye.
Okay.
So as we record this,
Yeah.
a documentary on Channel 4 has come out about Bonnie Blue, and you know who Bonnie Blue is, right?
Yes, the lady who had men queuing up.
Yes. So I think for anyone who's perhaps at home and who hasn't heard of Bonnie Blue is basically a porn star. She has made an awful lot of money by sleeping with real people. So often porn stars obviously work with other porn stars to make their content.
Opposed to like plastic people?
Yeah. But her niche, as it is, is that it's barely legal and barely breathing.
Oh,
so
God.
It just makes me feel physically sick. Barely legal.
I'm struggling with this conversation already. I'm such a prude. I'm
a prude. But I think it's a really important thing to talk about, actually, because I wonder what it says about our culture. But anyway, let me give you some framework in this. So Bonnie Blue has become quite notorious on social media about her very, I guess, polarizing views about her content. So she talks about barely legal. So anyone who is, do you have to be 18 to have sex now?
No, 16.
Really? 16? Or maybe.
Yes, yeah, I think so.
Barely legal. So someone who hasn't perhaps had sex or is only just at the age to have sex, or barely breathing, which my only assumption is someone who is very old. And then she started talking about husbands, uncles, dads, I don't know. But she brought out this new documentary, and it was a really interesting documentary.
I can't watch it.
I think you might find it quite interesting. What's interesting about it is recorded and narrated by a woman of our age. So basically, she had a teenage daughter who had mentioned to her mum, God, Bonnie Blue keeps coming up on my Instagram algorithm. And we know that if you watch one thing from Bonnie Blue, you've had it. It is going to keep coming for you until you probably follow her and then probably subscribe to her OnlyFans channel, which it is.
Have you done it, Hels?
No, I haven't. I have not got to that stage. So I watched it. I started watching the first 10 minutes because I knew we were going to talk about it today. And I thought, do you know what? I just want to educate myself about Bonnie Blue.
But for context, we are going to talk about fitness in this episode.
We are. Don't worry. I'll stop talking about Bonnie Blue in a minute. I promise. And so I watched this whole documentary. It's an hour long. I was doing some work. It was kind of on in the background. So I wasn't like totally 100% dedicating my energy to it. But it was interesting to me. And the reason it was interesting is firstly, about the way she spoke about sex, bodies. I found it very difficult. And I think probably for you, because you've got a son.
That's what's making me cringe.
Yeah. Like, you would want your son's first sexual encounter to be a positive one filled with love. And
I'm not sure I really want to think about.
Okay, sorry, Harry. We'll stop talking about that.
I think I'm quite a prude.
Me too. Absolutely, me too.
And the thought of, I mean, she let's be clear, she can do what she wants. I actually don't take offence at all. If that's what she wants to do,
yes,
then crack on. It's actually none of my business because I'm just not interested.
No.
But I do think, like, what happened to her to make her think that she wanted to do that? And maybe she just wanted to make £1 million a month, which she's done. That's impressive, £1 million a month. I would rather not have much money.
And do you know what?
And do that.
And I totally see that. I totally see that.
If I was stone broke, I'd just stay stone broke.
And what's really interesting is she has employed her mum, her dad, and I think one of her siblings.
God, her dad.
I know.
The thought of your dad seeing you do.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. That is not what would. No.
And I think the
Poor
thing
dad.
I know. But her mum says in the documentary, what would you do for £1 million a month? Would you have sex with strangers?
No.
To make £1 million a month?
No.
And part of me, so I wouldn't do that. But part of me was like, what would I do for £1 million a month to make that much money? Like,
I'd find something a bit more wholesome.
I would too, Faye. But isn't it interesting in our culture and in our world that there are people making money that way. You know, sex workers, isn't it one of the oldest professions of all time?
Well, it must
be.
Must be.
I think that's what they say about it. I feel like I'm really proing this. You don't have to watch this documentary. I just thought it was really interesting.
It is interesting.
Firstly, from a businesswoman's point of view, I was like, how is she making this money? Like, how is her membership model working? What is her churn rate on this? Part of me was really interested, but part of me was interested culturally. Like, what does it say about the world that there is someone on the internet which is making their money this way, and there are
Fair play to her.
Enough people watching for her to make £1 million?
Yeah. And I think that's what makes culture interesting, is when people can choose what they want to do with their money.
Yes.
I've got no, I'm not going to be anti OnlyFans.
OnlyFans,
That's what it's
yeah.
I wouldn't ever be anti that, because I think people are entitled to do what they want, as long as it's not offensive in any way or hurting anyone. But I think if you crack that open, people do get hurt.
I think so too.
And
I think so
I don't
too.
want to get myself involved in it. But I
just thought the documentary was interesting from the perspective of this 14-year-old girl's mum, because I was like, actually, she started to ask the questions of Bonnie to say, you know, like, how do you think this makes young people feel? Like, what's the impact on their sex lives?
Yeah.
And Bonnie it's been said many times that she is dead behind the eyes, and actually you can see that from this.
How would she ever, and we will move on and talk about something else, but how would she ever have like a meaningful sexual relationship?
Well, she's just getting divorced. So she's been...
Sorry, she was married?
She was married. And,
whilst she was doing...
he basically, part of the documentary says that he was like very pro this. I know.
Okay. I think we've heard enough.
We've heard enough. I'm so sorry if everyone's like, oh my God, why are you talking about Bonnie Blue? I'm here for menopause.
I am intrigued. I'm too much of a prude.
I also think that because you've got a son, I think it hits differently with you.
I did see a clip on the news of a mum going to retrieve her son from the queue.
Yes. And that is featured within the context.
I'd probably be that mum. Like,
so would I.
Get on home.
So why do we track? We track our kids for a reason, don't we?
Oh,
but that's not what we were here to talk about.
No, we're going to talk about fitness.
Yes.
Maybe that's her method of fitness.
I was going to say she burns an awful lot of calories.
Yeah, I bet she does. What fitness do you do?
So, I'm going to be really honest. I have always found fitness very challenging for me. I didn't like PE as a kid. I was no good. I couldn't run fast enough. I couldn't catch a ball. Like, I was just that kid who was clumsy, picked last. And I think it really shaped me into my adulthood life. Right. And because I've always been quite naturally slim, I've never really until very recent, until the last couple of years, I've never really prioritized it. I'm like, why would I spend time doing exercise? Neither of my parents were very sporty either. Yeah. My dad had just his head in a book all of the time. That's all he wanted to do. Yeah. And my mum did aerobics, to Whitney and stuff.
What a feeling.
Yeah, she did stuff like that. But I found my love of walking in my late 30s. I was like, actually, I'm going to do something which I can do. I don't need to learn a new skill. I feel confident in doing it. Yeah. And so I'm a rambler. That's what I am. A rambler. But you were always really sporty, weren't you?
Yeah. My mum's not sporty at all.
But your dad is.
And my sister's not sporty at all. But my dad, I think it comes from a natural competitive streak.
Do your kids have that, Faye?
They might have it a little bit. Yeah. I may have passed that on to them. I think that's where it comes from, because if you're naturally competitive, and I was like this academically as well as sport at school, I want to win things. And sometimes that's not...
I want a trophy.
Yeah,
Give me a medal.
I did like medals. So my dad was a runner. He's run... I don't know how many marathons, and we would run together. So it was sort of something we did together. We're also big football fans. My dad played football. I didn't, sadly, because back in those days, girls' football wasn't a thing. I went to play with the boys once, and it was absolute chaos,
Yeah.
carnage. I played rugby once on the boys' team, absolutely never again. So those opportunities weren't kind of there. So yeah, I really enjoyed running and ran competitively like most weekends.
That's amazing.
And really enjoyed it. And I'm not naturally slim. So actually for me, it was like if I don't do this, my body shape changes very quickly.
Yeah,
and I totally respect that. Like, well, what's the point in doing sport if you don't need to?
Yeah.
Unless you have a love for it or you're naturally competitive. I can see why somebody would be like that. And my sister was kind of like that. She's not quite so coordinated as me. I feel mean saying that, but just...
I don't think that is mean. I think that she's probably like me, and like the idea of playing rounders is like, what?
Oh, I love rounders.
Oh, no.
So yeah, as a kid, really, I was on, captain of all the school teams, the hockey, the rugby, not rugby, sorry, hockey, netball, rounders, all of those things. And that I really, really enjoyed that.
Yeah. I also think that you're a team player, aren't you? You love to be on a team.
I do love being on a team.
You also love to be a leader.
I'm a bit bossy. So
she's not bossy. Don't marry everyone. She's not bossy.
I am a Leo.
Yeah. But I mean that in a really positive way, because actually being on those type of teams actually teaches you a lot as a kid, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And I did really enjoy that. So sport for me, and I totally appreciate for some people, like PE at school.
Nightmare.
Terrible memories. For me, that was like, come on, here we go.
Yeah.
Getting on the minibus to go to the hockey match.
My daughter Eve is exactly the same. She absolutely loves it. She loves the days that she's got dance and PE. Those are the days that she's like, today's going to be a really good day.
Yeah.
She loves moving her body. And actually, because she does a lot of gymnastics and a lot of dance, she's got a six-pack. She's 12.
That's impressive.
And we've just come back from a holiday, so she's like beautifully brown. Ooh. She's got the genes of Mark's family, really, where she looks Spanish. We talk about her like she's our Spanish child, because she just looks Spanish, because she's so brown and so fit, and she loves it. In fact, she's at gymnastics today because she loves moving her body. But actually, it is for me about moving your body. That's how I like to reframe it. I think fitness can actually, like, that can create a lot of, if you're like me, trauma response almost, because you're like, actually, I was picked last, I was never in a team. That's
actually quite heartbreaking when you think of,
I know,
people being picked last. That's
it was always, but also because I didn't care. Like, part of it, it's not like I was trying, Faye. Like, let's not pretend I was really trying to catch the ball. I was like, oh, the ball dropped on the floor.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I wouldn't have picked you.
No, you wouldn't have picked me. No, you wouldn't have picked me.
I was the picker. Of an urge.
Yeah, exactly. Rubbish.
But what I think is very interesting is how my relationship with fitness has changed over the years. Because when I think of being at school, loved it, on the teams, off we go.
Yeah.
And then you sort of get older, don't you? And then I think as a young woman, certainly when we were that age, your reason for doing fitness changes, or it can change. It definitely did for me.
Yeah.
And I found myself like having to join the gym at university because I felt like I'd put on too much weight, mainly because I was drinking alcohol.
£1 pints.
£1 a pint is a good deal, isn't it?
It's a good deal. They did that now.
I know. Don't do that anymore. Like £10 a pint. So I found myself like having to go to the gym to counteract my other lifestyle choices. Yeah. And that's when it changed for me.
Yeah.
When it became a chore, like I wasn't enjoying it. And I think it took me a long time. And believe me, I did try. I joined a triathlon club. I mean, that's probably your idea of hell. Well, I started doing triathlons after I'd had the kids, just as a little challenge. And it wasn't really me. And
So I think a triathlon's really interesting because obviously the walking running bit would be fine for me. I don't mind cycling.
I love the walking running bit.
Yeah, I'd be walking running. The cycling bit would be fine because but it's the swimming.
Yeah.
But you get kicked in the face.
Yeah, you do get kicked in the face. I always did open water swimming in a lake. And the water tasted a bit petrol-y because of the motorboats.
I'm also a little bit scared of water, actually. Actually, I'm a lot scared of water.
I don't think you should do a triathlon.
No.
I'm just going to put that out there.
But you can do the triathlons where you only do certain sections, can't you?
Yes.
You do like a
duathlon.
A duathlon.
Is running and cycling.
Yeah. And you can do a team one as well, can't you?
Yeah.
So each team member takes a different leg.
Yeah.
I'd be walking slowly.
You could do that one.
But I wouldn't be on your team because I'd be too slow. You'd be like, come on, Hopkins.
Not at all.
It's true. Don't
So yeah, I've really found that things have changed. Like my reason for doing fitness has changed quite a lot.
Yeah.
And the things that I enjoy doing has changed a lot. Like there's absolutely no way I'd go and join a hockey club now.
No.
That would be hellish for me. Not an experience. So I'd like to try and set myself up for a win and do things that feel not easy, but like I know I can succeed in.
And that's exactly why I walk.
Yeah.
Because it's in my own time. There's like,
perfect.
You know, I can walk as quick or as slow as I want to. And obviously I've done half ultras before and I love it. A ramble. I particularly like a flat walk. I'm not very good at hilly walk.
No.
Not really interested in
a bit annoying a hill.
It is. There's actually a walk, I think it's Bristol to Birmingham, which is all along the canal towpath. And that's my idea of heaven.
We should do that.
Yeah.
We could take some cake and snacks.
Yeah. I'm all in. I
would really enjoy that.
Some snacks for us.
I have taken up a new sport.
Tell me.
Padel.
I wondered if you might talk to me about padel. So you actually messaged me only a couple of weeks ago saying, I think we should do some padel. And I'm just not good at stuff like that at all.
Honestly, and I have a connection because obviously my husband works for UK Padel, so I probably wouldn't have tried it otherwise.
Yeah.
But I have always loved, because the kids play tennis, I've always loved the idea of playing tennis. I think it is a beautiful sport. I don't really think much comes close to the sport of tennis. Watching Wimbledon, I love it. I think it's just a brilliant sport. But I didn't learn as a child. So trying to learn a very, very technical sport as an adult is really hard.
Yeah.
Like I can just about get it over the net. Serving, not on your Nelly, because it's just so technical. And I think, you know, as you get
my arm,
it just hurts my head trying to think about how I move in that way. Whereas paddle is really interesting because it's a real, like the barrier to entry is low. It's like bat and ball that anybody can play.
Okay.
And it's so much fun.
And so talk to me about this. So it's like tennis, but smaller, and I'm still going over a net, am I?
Yes, you're still going to, not you, the ball.
The ball, yes, sorry.
Preferably. So you're in a glass cage, so it's a little bit like
is it
squash. So that you can watch, I suppose.
Okay.
Yeah. If you're in a box, be a bit like a prison, maybe.
Yeah.
So, you're in a glass cage and
does it have a roof, the glass? No,
some have roofs, and some are inside, some are outside. It's really nice when you're outside because it feels like on holiday. And so there are many similarities with squash, many similarities with tennis, but it's so much, I don't want to use the word easy because that's like disrespectful to people whose sport it is, but it is so much easier. You would be able to walk on that court, get the ball over the net, have a rally and have fun. And it's so much fun. And I have really, really enjoyed playing it. Like for the first time in years, I feel like it's a sport that I could get into.
Amazing. I'm just going to cough. I'm really sorry.
That's okay.
It was coming. And as you were talking, I was like, oh no, I'm going to cough. I'm going to...
The thought of me making you go on a court.
It is the thought of you making me go on a court.
But I think we should play together.
Go on tour.
And we should document it.
Can we have matching outfits?
Yeah, of course. I mean, what's the point in doing sport if you
and Pims afterwards?
So I think we should give it a go.
I think that sounds great.
And I think we should report back.
And I also think that isn't midlife about trying new things?
Yeah.
In the knowledge that you're not actually going to be really good at everything?
Yeah. It's just so much fun. I find myself laughing when I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And I just, it's really good. Also, I've actually recently joined the gym again.
Have you?
I hadn't told you that, had I?
You haven't, because you had a PT for a while, didn't you?
Yeah, when I was training for Kilimanjaro, I had a PT because quite frankly, I couldn't really see how I was going to get up the damn thing.
Yeah.
And that was really good. And she is amazing. She's same age as us and she's fit as a flea and she's hardcore. And that does appeal to me.
Yeah.
Sort of being really put through my paces. I do quite enjoy that. So yeah, that was fab. But I've joined the gym and the idea was that through the summer holidays, Grace and I would go together.
Nice.
And we've had some really lovely sessions.
Because Grace is very sporty as well, your daughter.
Yeah, she's very strong to the point where, you know, when you're you select the weight to do the thing.
Yeah.
And she's like, Mummy, is that for real? And I'm like, yes, I'm just building up on my
Building my
strength.
way up, yes.
She's very strong, very
Is
strong.
she?
But it's been really nice to go together and just go for no reason other than I would like to make myself stronger.
Yes.
And I think part of your head space changes on that, doesn't it? If I was going to a gym simply to beast myself to lose weight, I wouldn't be enjoying it.
No.
Whereas I'm going because I like the idea of being stronger.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think women our age have to sit up to the fact that there are, our bodies are changing.
Our bodies are changing, and what worked previously doesn't work.
No.
Does it?
No. Oh, God, no. I'd go and run like 10 miles on a treadmill 3 times a week when I was 20.
Ooh.
And that would keep me fit. If I did that now, to be honest, I'd just probably be in a really bad way.
I was going to say,
I wouldn't be any stronger.
You'd be limping, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Your hip would hurt, and you'd have a dodgy knee.
Probably. Ooh,
Yeah.
my Achilles would go.
Yeah.
Be in a right state.
And what do you think about, because you reference weightlifting, and we know that weightlifting for women of our age is really important, isn't it? For bone density, I think
Yes.
heart health as well.
I'm sure.
And muscle,
Yes, because osteoporosis is a thing that we actually have to...
We have to be really thoughtful of. And I know that that's something that I keep talking about, my weighted vest, but I know that now...
Yes, your weighted vest.
Oh, no.
That's
As
so
I brought it
hardcore.
up, I knew you'd be like, have you used it? I have not used it.
At all.
Not really. It's because I've been on holiday and, summer break, all that stuff. But I'm back on it now. And actually, I was using it really well and being thoughtful about my food. And I lost like quite a few kilograms. But then I went to Greece, ate too many gyros. Gyros?
Gyros.
I don't know.
Gyro. It's blooming lovely,
It was, oh my God.
Such
and they
good
fill it
food.
with chips and all the good stuff. So basically, I'm 98% Greek salad and gyros, and quite a lot heavier than I was. But do you know what? It's just about balance, isn't it? It's about doing a bit more exercising, a bit better.
It's good that you've said like walking is my thing, and
Walking's
I
my
really
thing.
enjoy it.
And actually, with the weighted vest, that also ticks the weights. Obviously not. When I say weights, I mean weights as in exercise weights, not as in my body weight. But actually, I really like it. I just need to get a bit more confident in it.
Yeah.
It's like everything, isn't it? Like trying something new.
Yeah. It's good to try new things.
It's really good to try.
I was very nervous about trying padel.
But now you're going to be a pro.
Well, no, I'm not going to be a pro. I'm definitely not going to be that. But I have fun.
So for anyone that's listening at home, that's maybe like, I was like Helen, P terrified me. I walked into a gym in my 20s. I never went back because it smelt disgusting and everyone was gym bros. I am terrified of moving my body and what that means. What's the message we would be saying to them?
I think it's find something that makes you happy. Find the thing that makes you happy and do it for the love of doing it.
Yeah.
Rather than connecting the doing of it to simply lose weight.
Yeah.
Once I'd broken that thought of the only reason I'm working out is to burn calories.
Yeah.
You free yourself up, don't you?
You do.
Go. And for me, that was going back to like my attitude of a young girl. Like at that age, I wasn't even thinking about the size of my legs or my bum. Thankfully, social media wasn't a thing, and we weren't all, wound up on that. I was running because it made me feel good. And we know that there's this chemical reaction when we work out that just makes us feel great.
Definitely.
So I think find the thing that gets you back there. If you were the person like Helen who got picked last, who just dropped the ball,
all the balls.
There's all the balls.
I'm Bonnie Blue.
There's, it's not so limiting anymore, isn't it?
No.
It's not like hockey or netball, which do you prefer? There's so much out there.
Yeah.
There's walking, there's running, Pilates, reformer Pilates, there's yoga.
But there's even stuff which doesn't feel like exercise.
Yeah.
So I've been very tempted to join a little walking group, because actually there's loads of walking groups, and you'd probably meet some really interesting people, and you're just going for a little ramble. I would love to sign up to Clubbercise, which is basically 6 p.m. on a Monday night, no lights, some disco lights, some glow sticks, and it's just like going clubbing for an hour without the hangover.
Sober clubbing.
And you don't have to follow what they're doing. You can just dance in the back.
This is interesting. They do it in our church. In
Do
our
they?
village.
I'm coming. We're going. We're going to book ourselves in.
I would love that.
But brilliant.
Thank you for the reminder.
Do it.
I'm going to try this. And
I'm going to make you create a reel. Well, Faye, we've been talking for ages, haven't we?
Yes, we have. We have. Bonnie Blue and
Many
fitness.
Bonnie Blue and
what
fitness.
a combo.
Yes.
But yeah, I think that's our takeaway from today.
Absolutely.
Please yourself. Do what makes you happy.
All the Bonnie Blue references. Please yourself. That's the... You walked right into that one. Yeah. I just couldn't let it slide by.
Thanks,
me.
Hels.
Thanks so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Oh, you also said juggling all the balls. It was so funny.
Thank you for listening to this week's podcast. Coming up next week, we're going to be talking about reducing stress,
which is such a big topic.
Huge.
And I think that everyone deals with stress differently, so it's going to be a really interesting conversation.
Yes, so please don't forget to like and subscribe and join the waitlist for the community, which is coming soon.